everybody wants me to talk about not Skip Bayless, but Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Durant. Oh my God. That's like, okay. What do you want me to do to talk about that? I mean, for those who don't know, Kevin Durant has been going back and forth with the media for years since his fight with Nike. He was in disagreements with Nike and was supposedly be going over to Under Armour and all this stuff. And with all these deals going on, he was mad at the media for leaking out stuff or saying things. And he attacked the media earlier in the year when he was deciding not to play in the Olympics. That's when the media started to turn against him. So, for Kevin Durant, he just lashed out because he's young. His media training is only so far or so much he could take before they start lashing out. But what he did was, Stephen A. Smith had made a statement that he had heard rumblings that, you know, he hadn't re-signed his contract and that LA might be his more suitable option, or New York and things like this. Never said he heard it from Kevin Durant or anything else. It's just Kevin Durant blowing up, you know, like, look, I haven't talked to him. Nobody I know talked to him. You know, so it was just him blowing up on the situation. You know, Kevin's feeling like the media's been dogging him. And he's going to react a certain way. He just don't like it. He doesn't have proper media training. But Stephen A. has got to make a show about it, you know, because of his ego. You know, he could have said, I've talked to them, I've squashed it behind the scenes, but that's not good theater. Now the stage is set for Stephen A. to make his statement. Bring the camera in on me right quick. Kevin Durant, I know your mother, I know your family, I know your proctologist, I know the guy who brings you your loaf of bread. I've been doing this, Skip, you know, I've been doing this for like 20 plus years. And you could check my background on my credibility. Brother, I've always said you're one of the greatest NBA basketball players we have ever seen. I even have went as far as to say you deserve to be in the conversation of the Michael Jordans. But brother, do you really want to make an enemy of me? Do you really want to make an enemy of me? Stephen A. Smith, sit your ass down somewhere. All you do is good theater. It is good theater. I mean, if you watch that crap, somebody sent me the link. I don't watch that show because I know what it is. It's a show. I'm just not interested. I got very few time that I have. I don't want to waste it watching garbage. You know, it's not even about sports anymore. This show was built on the foundation of Mayweather and Pacquiao. Did y'all remember they had Chris Broussard doing this? And I had got on Chris Broussard and them so bad, and so did everybody else, because of his lack of knowledge of boxing. He wasn't compatible to be there. They used to bring Stephen A. in, and he'll be somewhere else doing some report. They would always chime him into the conversation, and he has so much more knowledge of boxing than they did. They decided, hey, him and Skip always getting into it. Let's make a show where it's just him and Skip going back and forth. That would be great. So they cut out all the other elements, Chris Broussard and everybody else. They cut them all out because they didn't know nothing about boxing, so you couldn't really have a show with somebody, and now you got somebody who pro Mayweather, you got somebody who pro Pacquiao. And this stuff is so phony, but y'all watch it. It's like, my goodness, I can't watch something I know is just completely ridiculous. And that show was completely ridiculous. It made no sense on any level. And I feel sorry for the people watching it. I'm like, why are y'all watching this garbage? And that's why sometimes it just baffles me why y'all sit there and watch this stuff. Watch some real shows for a change. Go on Netflix or go buy the TV series The Newsroom. Actually, listen to some good writing. Listen to some very good dialogue. And once you watch that first season of The Newsroom, tell me what you think about it. I'm sitting here folding laundry, talking about ESPN's First Take, which was probably somebody else's show that they ripped off. I don't trust ESPN as far as I can kick them. They already stole Come On Man and came out with Come On Son. So, what does that tell you? To Kevin Durant, who I happen to be a great fan of. Hope you have a great. I hope you have a great season. And I understand what you're going through. Just have to learn how to deal with media. You don't have to respond to everything. If it's out there, just leave it alone. Sometimes it's best to say nothing. It's hard because they're talking about you, but it's just best to say nothing. I'm out.